Welcome to the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats, powered by the College of Southern Nevada. Each week, we'll be featuring business owners and entrepreneurs that will provide their personal recipes for business, powerful conversations, and knowledge of the business world. We amplify the stories of various backgrounds, cultures, and expertise. Our self-identity is as diverse as our social community. We cultivate a community of like-minded individuals that share their different perspectives, broadening our worldview. Are you ready? This is the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Welcome back to the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats, under the operation of the College of Southern Nevada here at the North Las Vegas campus for another impactful, exciting episode. I am your host, Sean Tory, with our DJ Icebreak.
DJ Icebreak.
How you feeling over there, good sir? My guy. So our episode today is called Bold Enough to Blend, with two special guests. Now, ladies, gentlemen, and today's guests are two blended powerhouses who truly believe in spiritually uplifting our couples and community, okay? And I am biased. These two are absolutely one of my favorite couples, and I only have two favorite couples. I would say honorary third, Michelle Obama and them, but like I believe in local heroes. So these two right here are one of two married couples that I love. So this couple of 11 years, and I said, first of all, they made it past a decade.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. Some businesses can't make it past that long, okay?
That's a fact.
So this couple for 11 years had a vision to create multi-faced business that representation of their blended cultures. The first component of this program began in March 2020 with the Bolden Blende podcast. This weekly podcast provides listeners with relationship advice for young couples, thought-provoking conversations around culture, news, and a touch of spiritual healing as well. In addition to the podcast, the Bolden Blende also consists of an online retail store that sells faith-inspired clothing. So ladies, gentlemen, and without further ado, the graceful, the blissful, the spiritual owners of the Bolden Blende, Tavarius and Whitney Bolden. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling today?
What's good? I like that intro.
You like that intro?
I like that intro.
It was nice.
I need to borrow that.
I got y'all, man. So, man, please, man, these are two great friends of mine. But please tell the people about yourselves. Y'all was a little humble in the little bio that y'all sent me. But y'all need to go tell people who y'all are. Go ahead.
Well, humble is the best approach.
Facts.
My name is Tavarius Bolden, part co-owner of the Bolden Blende. Me and my wife Whitney started the brand about a year or two ago.
Right.
But just a little about myself. I'm a product of North Las Vegas, so shout out to Northtown.
Shout out to the north.
Born, raised, all in Northtown. Went to Mojave High School.
Cool.
Went from there to UNLV,
right,
where I got my bachelor's degree, and then stayed in Las Vegas. I earned my master's degree through Arizona State online.
For sure.
And since then, been working in the community, man. I work, locally within Clark County. And in addition to that, we thought it'd be important to start our business here and grow our family here. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
So that's a little bit about me. I'll let Whitney talk about herself a little bit.
Mrs. Bolden.
Yes. I'm Whitney Bolden, a former Whitney Kilmala.
You don't gotta tell people that.
No, I'm not from Vegas,
okay.
But I moved here literally right after I graduated in 2009.
Okay.
Moved with my mom, went to hair school. That's how I met him.
Right.
With friends of mine at the hair school.
I wasn't getting my hair done.
No, I mean, with my friends at hair school, we went to UNLV for like some show.
Right. Yeah.
Met him there. But a little bit about myself. I'm a mom of four.
Man, salute to you.
Yeah.
A mom of four.
What, a set of twins?
Yes.
All four is mine too.
That
All
part.
four is mine.
That part, yeah.
That part.
I'm a little momager, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I call myself. We do a little social media for our kids, and that's pretty much what I do.
Man, I mean, not just pretty much. If y'all have a chance, follow the Bolden, follow Bolden Blende. Follow Tavarius Bolden Sr.
Yeah.
Follow Whitney Bolden. Follow the Bolden twins, and follow Tavarius
Bolden Jr.
Yeah, man, Jr. And then
Jayla as well. What's up?
Yeah.
Her name is What's Up Jayla Bolden.
What's up, Jayla? Like, listen, they are a powerhouse. When I tell you, they're dominating for sure.
An empire.
Trying.
Man, I see it. And I was just like, man, and I was happy y'all for you finally got your boy. Come on, man.
Yeah.
My man
On the 4th try, don't give up.
7 years later.
Good. So like, talk about that, right? Because y'all, I think what's crazy is out of our friends, because Tavarius is one of my close friends, just like as y'all know Curtis, and Tavarius and Whitney were the first to have a kid out of the whole crew.
Yeah.
And then I came following a year later. So how was that like? Because I know you were living with Nick at the time. Shout out to Nick Matthews. Shout out to you, bro.
Yep.
But how was that like? Finding out you guys were pregnant and then boom.
Man, I'll be honest. It was that was like one of the most challenging moments of our life. I feel like
Because we was young.
me and Whitney were very young. We were still in our first year of
It was
being
early.
together. Yeah, it was early.
Yeah.
And you're right. I was living with Nick at the time.
Yeah.
I still remember the night we found out. Just a lot of we had just moved out of Rebel Place.
Right.
We was trying to stop partying as much. So I still remember that though. We was going into sophomore year of college.
Yeah, sophomore year of college.
Going into sophomore year of college. At the time, when you grow up, you think one setback is going to ruin your whole life.
Man.
So, at the time, I was in full panic mode. I was like, it's over. I was like, it's over. I was like, I'm headed to retail for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? God always has a different plan for you. So we got ourselves together, and mind you, it was really a blessing because it really got me focused. Like, I don't think I failed a class after that.
Man, come on.
You know what I mean?
Talk
like
that,
my freshman year, I failed at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, definitely having a baby motivates you.
Yeah,
I agree.
So it made us grow up quick. And I remember I was working 2 jobs, going to school full time.
Right.
I was doing it all, man. And so now it's a little easier. You know what I mean? Now we got a good system. We got everything set up the way we want. But back then, I just remember that being a hard time.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never know what blessings is gonna come out of your hard times.
Right.
By the time I graduated UNLV, we had our twins as well. So we talking 2013. We had 3 kids already.
Man.
Yeah. It looked good on the outside, but we was hurting. We was doing what we had to do to make it.
We started at 19, and at the age of 19, you think for the future.
Right.
You don't think you're gonna have kids so young because you think you're gonna kids mess up your life, but they really don't.
But that's the opposite, man. Our kids been a true blessing for us, honestly.
Right.
Just as a family and just as like creating a loving environment, and even like business wise, man, the way we raising our kids is a little different from the way we were raised. Like we want them to be business savvy from the jump.
Man, come on now. Heck of business savvy. Come on.
So our kids already understand the concept of, working a business, entrepreneurial spirit. You know what I mean? They already, like, as far as social media influence and all that stuff, they already get the whole process, and they love being a part of it and doing it. So it's not really a stress on our family. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it allows Whitney to stay home and do that full time. And then, so it's really been a blessing that we had our kids when we did. You know what I mean? It could have turned out way different.
Right.
Could have turned out way different.
Worst.
It could, man, because that's something like, that's why I tell y'all, because I've known you for years since high school.
Yeah.
But I tell y'all one of my top 2 favorite couples for a reason. Like, I remember watching the growth. I remember you coming to Reno, visiting us up there.
I almost went to you and I remember visiting y'all.
I remember when he went.
Yeah.
Hey,
you and I jumping. I almost left my. Yeah, I had.
I was, because people they make that joke all the time about like, oh, what's in Reno, and I'm like, y'all don't understand. It was a different time. Curtis came up there. Sarah, you was there. Like, I don't think folks understand. It was the homie Brandon Marshall was up there. Kaepernick was up there.
This before they was who they are.
Exactly,
now.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But even up there, Cap ran, like, it was like Cap, but like, there was nowhere we could go and no one knew Cap. Like, kick it with them over the summer and stuff like that, and I'll kick it with the Noops, and it would suck every time we go somewhere to eat. It wouldn't suck in a bad way. It'd just be like he's so chill that it'd be like, hey, like someone walk up to him and it's just like, bro, we're just trying to eat randomly. Yeah. And we got exposed to that early. So for him, it's just like whatever. But yeah, that was Colin Kaepernick before he was Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. And UNR is different because it's a type of school in town. Like you have access to, like, you know, if you at a big city or something, you might not be able to get close to the star football players or something.
That's true.
You know, we went to UNR. It was mad love out there. We almost, and then right when I got back is when we found out Whitney was pregnant. Dang. That was when I was like, I'm finna go to UNR.
Because you came up there, you came up there in a good time because we just had our party.
Yeah, I remember.
And that joint was lit.
Yeah, I remember.
And so like outside, because going from, then that's crazy. You found out right after you visited us, and we had a dope weekend. Yeah, and then you guys have baby girl. I remember I come back home. We were living in the same complex at a time. Yeah. Y'all were getting ready to have the twins. Same apartments.
Oh yeah.
Y'all were getting ready to have the twins, and I think you at this point you were getting your master's, right?
Not yet. I was either just about to graduate my bachelor's or I just graduated.
I was pregnant.
Because I was like, that was like 2013. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, that was 2013. I was pregnant. Mm-hmm. And then you went into law enforcement for a little bit, right?
I did that for a little bit. I want to say about 3.5, 4 years. Mm-hmm. Just trying to find my footing in like what career I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I started off working for the state. Then I went and did parole and probation for a minute.
Right.
It wasn't for me though. Mm-hmm. It wasn't for me. Like I think all of us growing up like wanted to affect change in a positive way.
Yeah.
But I mean, the hard part is figuring out how to do that.
How to do it. Yeah.
How to do that. So I thought that would be a route I could do it, but you know, I didn't thoroughly enjoy it as far, and I couldn't affect the change I wanted to affect. You know what I mean? So
because now you're a part of a system.
Yeah. Now you become a part of a system, and you really don't get to run that system the way you want to run it.
Yeah.
So that's a bigger life lesson. Like find out what you want to do within a system, but then you got to create your own lane. And law enforcement that's not gonna let you create your own lane. That's the by the book type of thing. Because
I think about you doing law enforcement and then you doing hair, and then were you still doing hair at the time, Whitney?
No, I was just working at retail for the most part. And then when I got pregnant, I went to retail and then went to the casino as a cocktail server. Okay, got pregnant with the twins. We decided that I should just stay at home. Yeah, stay at home because 3 childcare payment is my whole check. Yeah. So I was like, I guess we'll sacrifice me being at home, taking care of the kids while you make it work. With his income, which we have been.
And that's why I never feel bad now about enjoying like any of the blessings we get. Because it was a good 5-year stretch where we sacrificed hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? I wasn't
living off of one income.
Yeah, and we're living off of one income, and it wasn't the income I make now.
Come on, man. Right. Man, listen, we done came a long way.
And sometimes as parents, we do have to like sacrifice.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Come on, man. Salute to y'all, because I hate that, because the reason why I'm like, yo, you do work with.
I be done playing myself.
Yeah, like you don't do that. Like, because I be like, wait, what you talking about? You raised 4 kids, and then on top of that, you're an entrepreneur. Yeah. So let's get another clap. Y'all gonna be getting claps. Y'all getting y'all flowers today. But y'all like I've watched. That's why I'm like, man, y'all be really grinding, because I know you still work, and then you're both entrepreneurs. You got the Bolden Blende, which is huge. As y'all can see, I'm representing. I made sure to wear this today. I was like, ooh, as soon as I got this hoodie. Thank you.
I like that. I like that.
Thank you. And so going from all the skills you guys gained, from law enforcement to hair to working the casino to having to figure out what works best for your family, how has that really been set the foundation for the Bolden Blende?
Oh, that's a good question, man. I think honestly, it all comes back to like, we're all humans. It's all humanity at the end of the day. It's all communication. Right. It don't matter what profession you're in. Like, you're going to learn things that you can move forward and use in life. And I think that's part of what we try to do with our Bolden Blende podcast. And that's part of the reason why we started the podcast. So we have a platform just to talk about life, ups and downs, because a lot of people just want to paint the picture that everything is all good. You know what I mean?
We're not perfect.
Far from it. And, none of us got it right the very first time either.
Come on.
So I always want to relieve that pressure from, any of the young people out there that you're not going to get it right the first time. You might start a career. You might not like it. It's fine. You can start over. You can do something else. You can go get a different degree. If your first relationship don't work, fight for it. But if it don't work, you can try again. Life's not over off of one, you know what I mean? Off of one downfall. So
come on.
That's part of the reason why we wanted to start our podcast as well, just so we could talk about stuff like that on a weekly basis. You know what I mean? And to just show people that it is possible to be a young couple trying to live righteously, you know what I mean? And have a family and still do business and still do everything that comes with
life,
it.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we're still parents. Like they go to school, they got activities after school.
Yeah.
And then coming home to do the business, it's a work in progress.
It's taxing. Yeah. Sean know.
I know.
Sean know.
I know for sure.
Sean knows the grind firsthand. So we all sacrifice a lot to try to do what we feel is right though. And to try to be successful at the same time.
Yeah, and we're still learning.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's true too.
See that, but that's I hope y'all realize y'all just dropped the real point. But I know we got a lot of more moments in this episode where you gonna drop some reels. But that's a part of y'all recipe. You know what I'm saying? Where that magic, where it sets the foundation to what motivates you and to help others, right? Because that's not you. It's not. Unfortunately, today it's not common for folks to have. And our generation to be together for this long, and I'm not just looking at the years. I'm looking at the continuous growth.
Right.
Like y'all so humble that I'm just like, damn. Like I admire it. Like that's why I keep saying it. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all my one of top 2 favorite couples in the world.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And it's not in like, of course you have the superficial, not the superficial, but you have Michelle's and Obama's. But to me, y'all my Barack and Michelle. Like that's how I look at y'all. Yeah. So I got to give y'all a round of applause. I always meant to tell y'all that. I never got a chance to tell y'all that.
That's too much. That's too much weight.
No, it's not. Y'all. It's because y'all continue growth, right? And they talk because I read Michelle Obama's book and she talked about that. So and like y'all, like when I think of a couple, I think of y'all. Yeah. And this actually stirs into my next question when it comes to the foundation of the Bolden Blend, right? And how now you guys are 40 episodes deep, right?
Yeah.
Can you all think of a time that you planned something and it didn't go accordingly? How did you make it work when it came to the Bolden Blend?
That's like every week. I know. Trying to put out an episode.
Look, I kid you not. If we have 40 episodes out, we just released the 40th episode. We got at least 10 or 15 that was like didn't make it. Halfway recorded, audio messed up. Right. Recorded, didn't like it. It's such a process trying to put this stuff out, man. That's why I really respect what y'all got going on here. This is a great setup. This is a great team you got because I know the grind it takes doing this. People think it's just turn the camera on, talk, and turn it off. It's like there's so much more that goes into it. So, like I'll say, we always strategize and plan for our business as you should. So we plan out our podcast for the year. Like we should be at 60 episodes at this point. You know what I mean? 70. But come on. It don't always work like that.
Things happen.
Things happen. Stuff happens with the kids or stuff comes up in life where we don't get to record that week. And we're a self-running machine. It's just me and Whitney. We
do everything.
We do the filming, we do the editing, we do the audio, we do everything on our own. So those are all setbacks. But instead of just quitting, like, man, it's too difficult with 4 kids. We don't have time to record. We don't have time to set up and take down all that. Instead of just quitting, we just try again the next week, man.
But y'all, come on. But y'all keep it going because that's why I say it every other episode. But I have to it's not just me that your folks see. Y'all see Curtis and I on the screen, but Sarah's behind the scenes. Eric Garner, who's our videographer who puts everything together, he's behind the scenes. It's really a team of 4. Yeah. And I need to make it clear enough. Sarah Taylor, the homie over there, Wolfpack gang, Wolfpack. She really. She keeps me and Curtis on check, like for sure.
I see.
She keeps us on point. So huge shout out to you because I know y'all do it by yourself because I had the honor to be y'all first guest on the show.
Sean was our first guest on the pod.
And that was an honor. I was like, man, I feel this. This is before even before the bib came on. I was like, if I ever have a podcast, it has to be on this level. Yeah. So like what y'all see in the bib podcast is was truly inspired, like to the level I wanted to take it, was inspired by the Bolden Blend.
I appreciate that, man.
Which is why I was like, I gotta wait to put y'all on here, because the show wasn't to where it is now, where we're like growing still, right? But I wanted to bring y'all on here to show you, like, hey, y'all inspired this, right?
Right.
Like,
it's good though, man, and I appreciate that. But like as you know, everything we do, we try to do it with some level of like excellence. Even though we don't have the budget yet that we would love, and we don't have all the resources we would love, we still try to set it up and make it run.
We didn't need that, really, honestly, but we wanted to have, like a good.
Oh, you talking about the machine?
The
Rodecaster?
Because a lot of people don't use that.
Yeah, that's true. Some folks just use a phone,
but a lot of people's stuff don't. It sounds like it too.
That's true.
You got to make the investments that you want. You know what I mean? We even down to lights and studio and all of that stuff. We had to. We was doing that early, even before when we had a couple listeners. We was already doing that. So
right. Yeah. So then my next question for y'all is, what are some things you've experienced that could have worked out in theory but did not go that way in practice?
What you think? I'll go with, so when we started, we started with the podcast, and then we started making merchandise to go with it.
Okay.
So clothing items and stuff like that. In theory, we wanted all our stuff to say Bolden Blend.
Yeah.
But that's really not that catchy. You know what I mean? That's our name. That's what we put as our business. But as far as merchandise and clothing, all that stuff, the stuff we was making at first wasn't catching like that. So that's one gem, like for people out there with a brand.
Yes.
Your brand doesn't have to necessarily say your name.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It can be Bolden Blend, but all our stuff is Lord Knows or Northtown or Favorite Respectfully. So you'll see it out there. You might not even know it's Bolden Blend, but it's out there moving. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what's important, just getting our stuff out there, even if it don't say our name on it. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about.
That's an important gem.
Trust me, it truly is. Because a lot of people make that mistake. Sure, I made the mistake, and luckily, I accidentally did that for my brand, where it was like, because we believe, and folks ran with it. I was just like, oh, all right, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I thank y'all for that, man. And I'm sorry I had to do this to y'all.
What is it? What's going on?
Y'all sure? Y'all ready for it?
I think so.
I got to put y'all in the hot seat. You know what I'm saying?
A little nervous.
It's all right. So in this segment here, we provide in-depth questions to learn more about you guys as a guest. All right. So these really are meant to be rapid questions, but I have some real deep convos because I watch every episode. Okay. So these questions, we can go in depth a little bit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So my first question for y'all is, what are some relationship goals in 2022?
Like as a married
couple, yes.
You go first. You know. See, that's on the spot. Relationship goals. We just talked about this in our last episode.
Yes, y'all did.
So, I think some good relationship goals is as a married couple. This is different if you dating.
It is.
You know what I mean? Everybody goals ain't the same. If you dating, you just want them to call you back. That's the first goal. You know what I'm saying? If you married though, I think setting some strong financial goals together up front.
Man.
That's important. That's important, especially for, if you got big events coming up, like people got weddings and stuff, you know what I mean? You got So, we got to put all that in the budget. You got to go, out the country, all that stuff.
Sorry.
Budgeting, financial planning is a big relationship goal.
I mean, communication is always a good goal, too, because even though we've been married, for 7 years and been together for 11 years, you still got to communicate. Because people think since y'all together all day, every day, y'all don't need to call each other to ask for this or ask for that or advice or anything. You still got to communicate with your spouse.
Yes. That's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact. So if you ever, I think another good relationship goal is to just be intentional with not only communication, but be intentional with your communication. You know what I mean?
Dropping some real joints.
Like I can't if you're like I can't let Whitney post a pic without me telling her she look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I keep that fresh energy around. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going. Somebody else gonna tell her if you don't tell her. You know what I'm saying?
Actually.
So stuff like that, man. Just being intentional with your communication. I think those are a couple good goals.
Okay. So the second question I got for you.
Okay.
In a marriage, what matters more, loyalty or respect?
Probably respect. Like, don't make me look crazy out here.
Yeah.
Because then the loyalty will come, right?
Yeah. The respect got to come first before the loyalty. You can't be loyal to somebody if you don't respect them.
Man.
You can't be loyal to somebody if you don't respect them, man. And
you should have respect since we've been together for so long.
Right.
I mean, even if you're in your first year of marriage, though, if you don't, respect is the number one thing.
Man.
And that's what, like, that's where the arguing, the toxic relationships, all that stuff, it's fine to argue, but once you cross that respect line is where it turns toxic, and now it's hard to go back.
Man.
That respect has to be there, man.
I agree.
Even if you're going to argue, don't say something that you're going to regret long term. You know what I mean?
Come on.
But you know, we all been there.
We all been there. Come on,
I still remember 8 years ago, 8 years and 3 weeks ago when Whitney said, no, I'm just kidding.
But that's what brings that magic, right? In y'all foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So then my next question, what does commitment look like in 2022? Oh yeah, I'll be watching y'all episodes.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know what? And I just was having this conversation with a friend of ours last night. Commitment in 2022 is a different animal, man.
It is, bro.
It's a different animal.
You got social media.
You do. I said never did our parents have to deal with, you literally are at home happy with your spouse, right?
Yes.
You think the world of that person. You think your queen is beautiful, all this stuff. And then you open your phone, scroll a couple down, and then you see a girl that lives you know what I mean? You just see,
man,
it's such a hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You weren't even thinking about that. But now you done got on your phone, and now you done got distracted. You forgot all about your queen that quickly. And like, that's the challenge in 2022, man.
Yeah.
You're the competition, so if you're not focused, like the competition, the distractions are at an all-time high, man.
Yeah.
All-time high. So what commitment looks like is literally that respect we talked about, being loyal, and man, just having a strong foundation. What some of our parents and grandparents taught us is still true. Even with technology, even with the distractions, you got to have a foundation, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Got to have a foundation. And I don't know what that foundation is for everybody.
Yeah.
Ours is faith. You know, we believe in God, and that's what we hold strong to. So, you know, we'll pray together. We'll read the Bible together. We'll do whatever we got to do to keep our foundation strong. You know what I mean? So whatever your foundation is for you and your partner, just focus on that, because that's all y'all can lean back on. That's the center. You know what I mean? That's the center.
So, and I'm glad you brought up faith, because this is the next question I have for you.
Okay.
Because I loved you brought it up. Before I go into that, the part that I loved you said about that is like, I think the thing about what people need to realize about social media, about just this thing in general, there's a fine line between what's real and what's fake.
That's a fact.
Like,
that's a fact.
It's easy to look at something and be like, oh, okay, that's nice, click and move on. But it's not, what is it real to obtain in front of you? What's real?
Right.
Is your home what's real? Because that's what really matters.
Yeah.
Or out there, you're chasing something that's not even real.
And a lot of people do put up a front on social media to look good.
Trust me, we do a lot of social media work between like our family and other businesses and stuff, and 90% of it's not real, man.
Facts.
And you chasing a facade, or you chasing something that you think is going to be good for you, and then once you finally catch it, it's not even what you thought it was. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
because the next question I have for you both are, can a marriage recover? And the recovery part is key, because that's what you really need to be a successful relationship, right? Can a marriage recover without faith?
See, for us, I feel like, oh no, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, you good.
Go ahead.
Because to someone else, faith doesn't mean spiritual, or it doesn't mean religion to some people. To me, there is a component. To me,
component of it.
That's a component of it, right? But there's also faith in your marriage too. So that's why I asked the question: Can you really recover without faith?
I think, like you were just saying, faith really starts in belief.
Yes.
Right. So if you believe, and this is like cliche, this is back to when we were a kid, but anything you believe, you can achieve. And I thoroughly believe, no matter what y'all have been through, if both of y'all believe it can work, then it can work.
Come on now.
I think anything can, you can definitely recover from whatever y'all been through. Right. If both of y'all believe strongly that this could happen. You know what I mean? I remember a long time ago, I was listening to somebody talk about marriage, and they said people base so much of their decisions and the way they think off of such a short term of life. You know what I mean? Like off a short span. Your first 3 years of marriage could be horrible.
Right.
And then you could have 40 years of greatness. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't make long-term decisions based off of something that happened short term.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I hate when I see couples that have been together 10, 20 years, end and not try to rebound off of something that took place over a 2-week span or something. Right. You know what I mean? So I think it can recover. Without any faith though, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
You gotta have some belief that it can recover.
Yeah.
I agree.
You agree? Mm-hmm. So cool. So then here's the last question, which is not too hard. Okay. Out of all your episodes, which one is your favorite thus far?
Oh, I'm gonna let Whitney go first on that one.
I don't remember some of the titles. Probably like the 2 segments of the toxic relationships.
Oh yeah,
because I got to see other people's views and actually what they've gone through. Mm-hmm. And I think those 2.
My favorites would have to be the ones we did with guests. I love all of those. So the one with you and Ashley, and then the one with Chouvet. That one was a good one. Her sister and Ajane. That was a good one. That was a good one. I also love the red flags episode we did.
Yeah, the red flags was funny.
We got a lot of feedback on that.
That was funny.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of feedback because of T.
We got a lot of feedback on that one, and then I like going back and looking at our early episodes because it was so unpolished, man. Yeah.
Because we were still learning.
You were still learning.
Everything
the angles was horrible. Our smoke detector was going off.
We didn't even notice. Someone else had to
somebody texted us like, y'all need to change our batteries, and I'm like, man, I didn't even notice that. It's just fun going back and looking at where you started at and looking at it now.
And we thought we was good. Everything was good back then.
But that's the process, man. Yeah. That's the process. You got to go through all the early stuff to get it right. Yeah, to get it right.
I agree. And hey, listen, y'all made it through the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too bad, was it?
That wasn't that bad. There wasn't no TMZ pop out.
Nah, definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
And more than anything, because now we got to get into y'all sauce.
If you don't got no sauce, then
you know what I'm saying?
You're lost.
Because you get lost in your sauce.
Lost in the sauce.
So in this segment, it gives us more insight of our guests where we ask, what is your special ingredient for your business? You tell us why nobody can replicate what you do. So Tavarius and Whitney, tell us, what makes the Bolden Blende a business nobody can duplicate what you do?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
It ain't that tough. This is our business, our sauce. It's all facts.
Talk that talk, Tavarius.
It's all facts.
Talk that talk.
It's all reality.
Talk that talk,
Tavarius. It's all reality. It can't. You know why? It can't be duplicated because our business is literally based off of family, faith, love, which is all stuff that we practice. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
We're not out here trying to sell a brand or a lifestyle that we don't live. So it's easy to do. Yeah. Our podcast is based off relationships. We in a relationship. We talk about parenting. We parent 24/7.
Right.
It's all facts. It's all the way we live. So that's our sauce. Is we being true to ourselves. We're not chasing nothing that's not us. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Good answer.
She's like, yeah, what's up?
You tell them what's your sauce. Because really, I'm ugly. You know what I'm saying? So tell them, Whitney's what really brings. She the reason our kids cute. Come on, it's not me. It's not.
Why you gotta put it out like that?
So it's Whitney, so she's like, why you gotta put it out like that?
No, she's trying to be humble. At home, though, she'll tell me that I'm ugly. You know what I'm saying? Now she don't want to say it.
No, I always like being in the background of everything.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
But we know, like, respectfully, y'all both bring this together, but there's always the glue. There's always that true core that makes everything true. I know it's Jasmine in my home.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna even front. You know,
man, a good woman changes your life, man.
Bro. And I'm gonna just be on the strength of the whim. Y'all like Tavarius and them see me at a lot of phases in my life. Yeah, y'all see me at my highest. Y'all see me at my lowest, and now I'm at it. Just God willing, I'm just going
soaring at another level.
You know what I'm saying? And for Jasmine to come in and embrace me with 2 kids and she has none, bruh. But that's why I look at y'all and I keep saying it. Y'all one of 2 favorite couples because y'all there's still hope out there. And I resorted back to God for me. Yeah. And seeing y'all made me helped a lot. You know what I'm saying? When things were low for me, y'all were there. Y'all didn't feed into what folks were saying. Y'all really embraced and loved me. So I can't thank y'all enough for that, man.
Yeah, never that, man. And then you bounce back like a true king too.
Appreciate that, man.
Got you a queen. You know, y'all. I love seeing y'all unit together the way y'all operate, man. And I love you and Jasmine. And then Whitney, like you were saying before, she likes to be humble. She likes to be in the background. But trust me, none of this works without Whitney.
Facts.
She does 90% of all of this.
Come on, man.
I still work, full time. And then on top of that, even all my degrees, like I know it say my name on it.
Right.
But those are both of like
man.
You know what I'm saying? I could never play my wife like that. Like she allowed the space and the time for me to do all of that while raising the kids, while doing all the hard stuff. The stuff I do is the easy part. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
man, that's the secret to their sauce, man. and now we got to go into the last segment of the show, which is the happy hour, ladies and gentlemen. And before we get into that, they gave us go play that cut. That was nice. They gave us a gift, y'all. So I shout out to y'all for giving us the gift.
Always bring gifts.
We got a gift for y'all.
Okay.
Wow.
Good look.
Hey, the boat. I don't know which one y'all like.
Nah, I gotta take the black.
It's cute.
Yeah, man. The big podcast on Courteous. We had bags, but we ran out. So I'm sorry about that.
Nah, you good.
But in this segment,
I like this.
Of course, man. For y'all, come on. This is where we, for the host and the guests, where we toast to success, where we ask what's going great on your business, big or small. So tell us, Whitney, Tavarius, what is something that's going great for your business that's worth taking a toast to the Alpo Cider, ladies and gentlemen?
Putting a goal of a certain amount of, what we're going to make this year.
Bad. Come on.
We're going to toast to that for sure. We got lofty financial goals for the business this year. Also, we have a new episode out released this week, and we have a brand new website.
Ooh, let's get it.
Brand new website, so check that out, www.boldenblende.com. Brand new website. Had to get that done before we came up here. You know what
Definitely.
I mean? So we got a lot on the horizon, man, and I think we're definitely going to open the podcast back up to some guests this year.
Cool.
Get it popping. Yeah, that's the plan for the year, man.
So we're going to do a toast to you guys, Tavarius and Whitney, for all the success that you guys have gained and many more blessings to come.
Yes, sir.
Toast to y'all. Love y'all, man. Toast, man.
Toast.
We tapped that table. Yes. Refreshing. Yes, sir. So, thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. I know this is different, y'all, because y'all used to doing that.
Yeah, it's hard being on the other side. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it's been a beautiful episode. I love this episode. And this is the first episode of 2021 that we're recording. 2022. Sorry, 2022. Yeah, we in 2022. My bad. I'm tripping. Yeah, so first episode recording for 2022. Thank you both so much for coming on the episode. It's been great that y'all blessed the podcast room. Please drop all your social media outlets. Let them know where the people can find you.
We do want to say first, thank y'all for having us. It was truly an honor. Love y'all show. Love what y'all doing up here. And The site is www.boldenblende.com. We're also, our podcast available SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Go ahead and drop all the Instagram handles.
My Instagram handle is at Whit Bolden, and then at Bolden Blende, and then yours is
at Tavarius Bolden Sr.
Yeah.
And also follow Tavarius Bolden Jr., Bolden Twins, and What's Up Jayla Bolden.
Yes, sir. So thank you guys so much for being on the show again. Man, what a truly phenomenal episode. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIF Podcast, where everybody eats. I am your host, Sean Tory, with our DJ Icebreak.
DJ Icebreak.
And we're out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time.